Welcome to the 4thDownPodcast. Alex is your host for today. And boy, oh boy, have we got a lot to talk about today. We talked about David Montgomery just a little bit ago here on the podcast, trading for a 4th-round pick, 7th round, and Juice Shrugs from the Houston Texans in a trade. Great trade happening down. Another one possibly later in the week featuring Maxx Crosby, probably the biggest name in the offseason talks right now. There's probably like at least 10 teams right now fighting for Maxx Crosby, whether the Raiders will move him or not. I think he gets traded by the end of the week, just the way the things are heating up. I'm not, Adam Schefter or anybody, but just have a feeling, like when a player gets this much attraction and trade talks heating up, and especially too, like the asking price for some of these teams, it's hard not to let that, it's hard to pass on that. So there's been reports that Maxx Crosby could be traded later this week, and the asking price for the team is kind of related to the Micah Parsons trade for Green Bay last year. 2 first-round picks and a player that's probably at least borderline elite. So you have a lot of teams right now fighting for him. Teams come to mind when it comes to this stuff is Chicago Bears. They're probably the favorites to land Maxx Crosby. You also got the Dallas Cowboys. They've been talking with him within the last year, trying to get him. And you got some teams like Philadelphia, New England, Baltimore. Just lots of stuff happening with Maxx Crosby. And we're not even talking like the other teams. Realistically, all 31 other teams are on the phone right now for Maxx Crosby because he can be a game changer for many teams. It's like Micah Parsons last year. When Micah Parsons announced he wanted to be out of Dallas, every team was on the phone. And eventually went to Green Bay. Now, do I really think Maxx Crosby will get traded this week? Yeah, I do. It probably won't be tomorrow. It might be Wednesday. I say the latest or the earliest he'll get traded this week is Friday. Again, lots of buzz, lots of excitement. And plus, before the Raiders want to get into free agency, they can solve their problem because you don't want to trade Maxx Crosby when free agency is like dwindling down, right? You want to do it before the start of free agency. If you trade him now, then because there's some good edge rushers too, like not as many, but you can get some edge in free agency, or trade him for a much less value than what you get from Maxx Crosby. So I think they're going to trade him later this week. If they do, they've been talks many times within the past few years that they want to keep him. He wants to be a Raider, but 90% of the time, when teams and players do that, it don't really go the way. Hey, I want to stay with the team. And next thing you know, they're traded. Well, Aaron Rodgers was going to stay with the Packers after 2022, right? There's a lot of Packer fans saying he's going to stay. Nope. Got traded. Micah Parsons. Oh, he wants out of Dallas? He's staying in Dallas. Jerry Jones won't give him up. Traded him to Green Bay. And again, even like Tom Brady, he didn't get traded, but Tom Brady, hey, he's not leaving New England. Released. Leaving. So don't believe when players and coaches and GMs say, hey, this guy's going to stay with us. When there's a good deal on the table, they will backstab you. It is how the business world works in the NFL, unfortunately. And if I'm the Raiders, you haven't won anything, even with Maxx Crosby. He's elite. So you could probably trade him and get a lot of value, try to rebuild yourself, get you back in the playoff contention. You're nowhere even close. I'm just being honest. So you could use those 2 first-round picks if you get him Maxx Crosby for that to build or even trade for maybe a star player on offense. So we'll see what happens. But again, it's heating up. It's exciting. And you can probably tell in my voice I'm excited. It's a fun week of NFL football in the offseason. Because the offseason, like, it can get boring. You know, like, first we got the Super Bowl, like, okay, not much going on. But now we're in the exciting part of the period. You got the Scouting Combine, which pretty much just wrapped up. You got the franchise tag, transition tag. And then you got free agency next week. Again, we'll be live on YouTube that day from 11:30 a.m. to probably a couple hours. We'll probably do like 3 hours. And then you got the draft next month. But my realistic prediction, I mean, I know Packer fans are going to hate it, but I think he goes to Chicago. Chicago and Dallas, I think, are the top two teams that are going to try their hardest to get him. I doubt Philadelphia will get him because I think the other two teams, like especially like Dallas, they got rid of Micah Parsons, and I know it's like, well, why trade for Micah Parsons? We can get Maxx Crosby. Like, it's kind of like you're back at square one. I'm not sure, but I think Chicago, with the way their season ended and the way their season's been, I think they're like that close to realizing, hey, we can probably win the whole damn thing if we can get another star player on defense, like another Khalil Mack. They traded for Khalil Mack in 2018, and guess what? From the Raiders. So they have a little bit of connection there. And guess what Khalil Mack did with the Bears in his first year? Help win the division, heartbreaking playoff loss, but still, the Bears defense is probably one of the best ones in the league that year. Fast forward to 2026. Maxx Crosby, Raider, Bears, desperately need an edge. Willing to trade 2 first-round picks. So, we'll see what happens. Again, it's going to be exciting times. Turn on notifications on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Please subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. We'll have plenty more to talk about. It's going to be exciting. And again, Monday, March 9th, I believe that's, 1 week from tonight. At the time of this recording, we will be live for the free agency period. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, drop your predictions. Where do you think Maxx Crosby can be traded to? And again, it's going to be a wild time. So please join us for that, for free agency madness. It's going to be exciting. We're probably going to be live 11 or about half an hour before the official negotiation period starts. Again, March 9th in the negotiation period. March 11th is the official, finalize. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to 4th Down Podcast. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.